Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to fold a candy dish. You might also see it called a Sanbo, which that's the word for a Japanese offering dish. But you'll notice that it's got orange and white showing here. I used a 6-inch sheet of kami for this one. There was orange on one side and white on the other. You can fold it to look like this, and that's starting with the colored side down. But if you start with the colored side up, that will end up looking like this. What I'll be showing you in this video is to get it to look like this. You can also use paper that's the same on both sides, and it'll end up looking like this. This one was folded with a square of printer paper. Again, I'll be using a 6-inch sheet of kami, so it'll end up looking like this. And we will be starting with the colored side down. Now we're going to fold in half along both of the diagonals. So bring this top left corner down to meet the bottom right corner. Line those up and crease. And then unfold. Then bring the top right corner over to meet the bottom left corner. And crease. And then unfold. Next, we're going to perform a blintz fold. So we'll bring each of these 4 corners in to meet the center point. So we'll start with the top right corner. Bring that corner in to meet the center point of this X here. Just line it up there and crease. We'll do the same thing with the other 3 sides. So do the bottom right corner, and the bottom left, and the top left. And next, we're going to fold what we have here into a preliminary base. So I'm going to rotate slightly. Then we'll make mountain folds along the horizontal and vertical lines here. They're already there, but we'll just form them again so that it's a mountain fold all the way through the paper. And now valley fold along both of the diagonals here. And these are just pre-creasing steps. So just fold, unfold, fold again, and unfold. Now we have all the pre-creases there. Then we'll form that into a preliminary base. So we'll form all of those at the same time. So we'll do this slowly just so you can see. I usually start by forming those mountain folds, and then the valley folds just fall into place. And as you're flattening that, just make sure you have 2 flaps on the left side here and 2 on the right side. So everything should be symmetrical. And then flatten everything. And now orient the model so that this opening here is up at the top. So that opening and all the flaps should be at the top. Then I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And now for this step, we're going to be bringing this point down to meet this point. But as we do that, we'll be opening out the flaps on the right and left side. So if you look, there's these little pockets here. Start by opening out the left one and hold that slightly open and do the same on the right. So you'll see those flaps opening as we're bringing this point down to meet that bottom point. And as we do that, this will form a straight horizontal line, and you can line it up with the line that's forming underneath it. And then crease that horizontally all the way across right here, and then make sure you crease it on the right and the left sides as well. And it should look like this. And then turn the model over and do the same thing on this side. So start opening out those little pockets as we're folding that corner down. Then crease everywhere. Okay, and this next step is a little more difficult. We'll be making a valley fold across right here, but a couple other folds are going to form at the same time. There'll be squash folds on the right and left side. So we'll take this bottom edge here and line that up with this edge that's right here. Fold that up, and you'll need to just start with the center of it, because the paper will be getting caught on the right and left here. So start that center fold lined up with the top. And then on the right, we'll be forming this into a squash fold. So if you can see, I'm sticking my finger inside of this little pocket here. And then this crease line that we have right here should line up with this crease that we're forming. Show you just that side closely. So once you have that lined up, so it's a horizontal line running all the way across, then you can crease both of these sides. And so that was a squash fold. Do the same squash fold over on this side here. Once you got those lined up, then crease it. And then turn the model over and do the same thing on this side. So bringing this edge up to line up with that edge, starting with just the center. Then we'll start forming that squash fold on the right here. And then a squash fold on the left. And now we're going to do a book fold. So you'll fold it just like you're turning the page of a book. Just make sure all the flaps stay together. And then turn the model over and do another book fold. Just with one flap, like you're just turning a single page of a book. In the next step, we're going to make a valley fold right here. So you'll see just with one flap here, there's one layer of paper. There should be a corner right at the bottom in the center, and also a diagonal fold, just a crease line running along right here. You're going to take this corner and valley fold that up, making sure it stays aligned with that diagonal crease. And the fold will be starting from this point here. So I'll show you that one more time. You'll notice how the crease starts from this point. Fold that up so that that line continues all the way across. the same thing on this left side. And then turn the model over and do the same thing over here. Just fold that little corner up. And the other one. Okay, in the next step we'll be taking this edge, using just one flap. Take this edge in to line up with the center line here. Just line those up and crease. And the same thing on the left side. Like this. And then we'll fold this top point down, and both of these edges up at the top will line up with these edges right here, and it'll form a valley fold between these 2 points. Like this. And then turn the model over and do the same thing on this side. Bring that right edge in to meet the center. Just align those and crease. Same thing on the left. Just align everything and crease. Then that top point again, fold that down with a valley fold between these 2 points. Everything should look like this. Next we're going to fold this flap down. There'll be a valley fold along this line here, so fold that flap down right along that line. Just make sure this triangle here doesn't pop up. Just like this. Then turn the model over and do the same thing on this side. Just fold that flap down. And now we're going to open the whole model out. These 4 points at the bottom are going to become the legs, and this white point in the center here is going to flatten out. So if you look at it from the top, start sort of pulling on these flaps. So that opens out. Then you'll need to push up from the bottom. So I'll show you that. Push that white point so it flattens out. Then you'll need to just gently reinforce some creases here. So just forming this into a square. You just gently press on each of the sides like this, just to form some light creases so it holds its shape. And that should stand up on its own, and you are all done.